On your podcast, you've discussed in the past why the American public should be skeptical of the political influence that sways much of federal law enforcement and intelligence communities, especially over the last 20 years, as the bureaucracy has the deep state. It's grown so much. Do you believe this recent raid on former President Trump was a political show of force by this bureaucracy or this deep state?
It's interesting. And for me, I left during, I'll be honest, hey, I've gotten more political over the last couple of years. I've been out a long time, but I left during the second year of Obama, which is ironic because me and Dan Bongino left at exactly the same time, I think.
Right.
The same reasons. We saw where the direction of the country was going and that we were watching the deep state grow, and it scared the crap out of me. Too. I mean, all those stressors were all involved of watching this kind of going after political enemies. And also, I talked about this a couple times on interviews about how Obama came in and he said, we're going to be the most open and whistleblowers are going to be coveted, right? We're going to protect the whistleblowers. Well, they did the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Anyone who said anything, I mean anything, would be fired or you would be in deep trouble. To include, we watched it roll down to the street agent, where you were watching what you were saying and doing. That's how these guys had infiltrated everything. And you realized if you said something bad about Obama or one of his cabinet level people or anything, and the wrong person heard it and it traveled, you were going to get fired. I mean, I knew people low level got canned because they let their opinions out. And I went, we are in a different world. I went, never seen this before. I went, it's scaring the crap out of me. It's time to go. And kind of watching on the outside now because I still know people who are in. Most people have left now that I know.
Yeah.
But watching this and watching it develop. And remember, I was in the intel community in the military too. I had a top secret clearance pretty much my entire career. So I got to see and read and understand things a little differently and deal with these people. I mean, I was around them. I was on a detail with Fauci back in the day. He was overseas on a Tommy Thompson detail I was on. That was a douche. I mean, I'll be honest with you. And the head of the CDC back then, I can't remember her name. Was it Julie something? Harbading or something? I can't remember. She was wicked.
Yeah.
I'm wicked. And I remember walking away going, we're in trouble. There's problems. Things have changed. And coming out and kind of taking a step back and kind of going on my own journey and getting away from it, because I've only started doing these more political interviews and things in the last couple of years. I tried to avoid it.
Sure.
But we've gotten to a point where I've got to say what's got to be said.
Well, I think if we're going to conserve anything, a semblance of the world that you and I were born into, and we're roughly the same age, I think we got to start speaking up.
You don't want to be a target. I've worked too hard in my life and I've done too much. The last thing I want to do, and it's not cowardly, it's just how much sacrifice do I got to make? How many times you can only get your head cut off once.
Right.
I'm trying to avoid that.